there folks, and welcome back to another DMZ cast. Today we are playing on the Killing Fields map as the Laser General versus the USA Rogue General. Of course, being a Rogue General, it does have advanced units and advanced buildings. Basically a mishmash of all of the base generals of the original game. So we have access to Tomahawk missiles, access to those Aurora Alpha bombers, and various other units as well. Now, being as the Laser General, you want to have the approaches covered with laser defenses, so as always, moving on with the defense of this approach over here and making sure that the enemy does not surprise us with the left flank. Moving on with the defense of the left flank over here. Just make sure that no units come through that bridge while we are defending the main approach. Putting up some spy drones just to detect stealth units, as the Rogue General does have access to a whole arsenal of stealth units. Now this tank is the normal Crusader. However, it is upgraded with more health and a faster movement speed. And of course, Humvees. They are really great for transporting inventory, and they have been upgraded with a tow missile, which means they will have greater firepower. However, they are fairly flimsy, as they are meant to be a scout or a transport vehicle. Getting taken out by lasers. As you can see, there are a few aircraft coming in, doing moderate damage, however getting shot down. Now, believe it or not, those Raptors were stealthed, so they can be seen by normal enemy units if they didn't have a spy drone or another form of surveillance in the area. Enemy getting up a strategy center, as am I, but I started earlier, so the strategy center is complete now. This is to access the T2 from the vehicle factory and the airfield, and also to access T2 buildings such as the Shockwave laser cannon and the supply depot. You can see here a stealth fighter. It can be upgraded with various bunker busting bombs and a greater ammunition. Raptors coming in, getting detected by those spy drones and getting shot down. Not before getting a few shots off, however it will not be very effective. Stealth fighters coming in though. They have a greater firepower than those Raptors. Effectively destroying one laser defense turret with 2 aircraft. A terrible trade for them, because the stealth fighters are considerably more expensive than a single laser turret. Crusader tanks coming in. They won't get too far though. Now, as I said before, the enemy does have access to Tomahawk missiles. However, given the nature of how the missile fires, it can be shot down by lasers fairly easily. So in order to be effective, you need large numbers. So one's not going to cut it, even if Colonel Burton is behind it. He is a stealth unit, however, there is a network of spy drones, and he has been detected. And he was not very effective, dying right there. Now again, more stealth fighters in the airfield. These group of infantry going over here, being covered by this advanced Tomahawk missile. Stealth fighters coming in once more. As you can see there, a single stealth fighter takes it down half its health, and so if you use two, you can take out a single laser defense turret. And the bombs also do an area of effect, so the firebase and the defense turret beside it has been damaged slightly. Again, with the same strategy of having a Tomahawk missile. That missile does get fired, however, and it was shot down by the laser defense turrets. Now, those infantry earlier has seemed to garrison that building over there, and that Tomahawk, having done its job, now retreats to the main base. Raptors coming in once more. Go around the side just to avoid the spy drones. Lone infantry going forward just to have some scouting. Those stealth fighters have missed their mark, and unfortunately it does get run over by that Tomahawk missile. Which is the problem with infantry, they can get run over. So any vehicle, including Tomahawk missiles, can run them over and instantly kill them. It does not matter their rank. Stealth fighters coming in once more. This time the laser defense turret was not completed in time. So they took out a dozer as well. Now there we see the Aurora Alpha Bomber. The Aurora Alpha Bomber is from the Super Weapon General of the vanilla game. And they can one-hit most defensive turrets, such as the firebase and the laser defense turret. However, they are quite flimsy when they finish their attack. That said, if continue to exist, it will eventually take out multiple structures, as it does have an area of effect. As you can see, they almost destroy that firebase while destroying that front laser defense turret. War Factory going into play, producing the laser artillery. Getting ready for the end game where we invade this base. Now the enemy is also getting up its own powder cannon. Now, the powder cannon of the Rogue General has a countdown timer of 3 minutes, whereas the Shockwave laser cannon has a countdown timer of 6 minutes. Given the power, it is fairly reasonable, as the Shockwave laser cannon can outdo the conventional powder cannon, as you can see there, taking out the back of the base, destroying that airfield so that the Royal Alpha Bombers and the stealth fighters can no longer be produced. However, that does give off the weakness that the shock laser cannon has with its long reload time. As you can see there, the particle uplink cannon of the enemy has a much shorter countdown timer. However, it can be destroyed by other means, such as an army or using air force or using general powers. Second war factory going up just to produce Avengers. Avengers can deal with airplanes and missiles. Starting to rebuild the back of the base, getting up that supply depot once more, just to have those supplies. And AC-130 coming in to deal with that powder cannon, using some general powers as well, such as that artillery strike and the incoming A-10 strike. And there we are, finishing off with a fuel air bomb, nearly destroying that war factory. And selling a few defensive structures just to ease the movement out of the base. Those vehicles are now off to go around and come in from the left flank over here. Running into those rocket infantry, however, Avengers can deal with rockets fairly easily, and in these large numbers, it's fairly hard to destroy one. However, I think there is a rifleman in there, so eventually that health will go down. There's a Tomahawk missile over there as well, firing away, providing fire support. However, given that the projectile is a missile, it can be shot down by those Avengers as well. Dealing with that garrison quite nicely. And now moving forward to this area over here where a Tomahawk missile is coming towards them. Now, the missile has hit, given that the Avengers have moved forward of the main group. However, there is one Avenger in there, so the back of the group has been covered. Moving out of range of that Tomahawk missile, and moving into range of the main base. And once more, moving into range of that Tomahawk missile. Helicopters coming in and getting destroyed by those Avengers. However, the Avengers cannot do anything against the Humvees, so the laser artillery has to come in. So long as the Tomahawk missile goes over an Avenger before it hits its mark, it will be negated. But as we can see there, the Tomahawk missile has range of the artillery in the back, while the Avengers have been diverted into the middle part of the base. The Tomahawk missile can hit the defenses laser artillery. However, given its rank and its armor, it's very hard to take down with a single Tomahawk missile, so you need more than one. Taking out the command center. Getting some hits from the firebase, but not really too much damage. Patriot missiles, of course, getting taken down by those Avengers once more. Taking care of that barracks. And using an AC-130 to deal with that Tomahawk missile. And finishing off the rest of this base. Killing off any stragglers at the back. And moving the Avengers towards the airfield just to keep the planes from spawning. Basically spawn camp the airplanes as they come out. And as you can see here, a few infantry moving forward. Now, why would I use infantry to destroy an airfield? Well, we're not going to destroy an airfield, we're going to capture it. We're going to capture it and end the game. With some lovely capture cheers. After a Tomahawk missile did run over one infantry before, we are going to capture it with infantry. Which I think is quite suitable. 3 infantry ought to do it. And with those Avengers, no helicopters are going to be spawning. So let's just fast forward until this game ends. And there we go, capturing that airfield. And that brings us to the end of this DMC cast. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked it, and consider subscribing if you're new. More content will be coming up very soon, as I have more time during the next week or so. And until the next time, folks, take care.